The Sony ZV-1, not ideal for photo vlogging when you got a vehicle and mounts. Pretty heavy camera. It depends on if you got an extended lens like this one does. But we're gonna pull out my decibel meter, okay? And we'll test out typical. This is how the audio sounds without any microphone plugged in. Now let's plug in the Ulanzi. Okay, so the Ulanzi A30 is set to lowest volume. First of all, let's start with the ZV-1. The internal audio settings is set to 20 decibel gain. The Ulanzi A30 is at 1 as far as the volume level, as on low. Now it's on medium if you hear the difference. Now it's on high if you hear the difference. Now the noise cancellation is off. We're going to turn it on. Noise cancellation is on level 1. And then noise cancellation is on level 2. Noise cancellation is on level 3. While the volume was on the highest level. And that's how it sounds. So you ZV-1, ZV-E1 guys, that's something you guys can kind of look forward to. That's about what your audio levels are gonna sound like when you use the A30 with the volume on low, medium, high, and noise cancellation on low, medium, and high. Again, let's go to the next camera. I totally forgot to let you guys hear what the Hero 11 Black sounds like in the media mod with just the media mod microphones, just so you guys have a comparison. So this is how it sounds. All right, so before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a solid. Can I get a like? Hook your boy up with a like. Look, it's free. It's free, guys. I'm at work. I should be sleeping still. VA woke me up. It's not your problem, not your fault. But I was waking up, and I'm like, man, I need to finish editing video. I'm doing this for you guys. All right, the second thing is I need y'all to listen to this video with headphones in your ears, or headphones over your head, over your ears, whatever you want to call it. I need y'all to listen to this with headphones because this is an audio quality test. Now, even though my scenario at work, for me, this is the most challenging environment I can usually put microphone kits through, and almost no microphone survives this type of environment. You know, even the Rode struggles. I think DJI's microphones do the best with the noise cancellation in this environment. It's just too much going on for any microphone. It's very overwhelming. There's a lot of low frequencies that goes on in this truck, which most microphones can't really filter out very well. So don't listen to this part 2 video and think, damn, it sounds like poop. It kind of does in some scenarios. What you're going to learn in this video is anything high with this microphone kit is too much. Don't use high noise cancellation. It's almost unnecessary. If you have to use high noise cancellation, it's too damn much. Like whatever you got going on, it's probably not the right area or scenario to be recording any audio for your videos. But it looks like medium volume and low noise cancellation is like the sweet spot for most of the cameras. You guys will see that in this video. But definitely listen to it with headphones on. Hook your boy up with a like, and bear with the video. Like, try not to skip through parts of the video. I took a lot of crap out of the video so that you guys can be listening to what I felt like was most important. So just listening. You're basically giving me 18 minutes of your 19 minutes of your time to just listen to the audio in this video, to let you know, to basically give you guys a determination of if this is the audio setup you want to use. It's only $50. I mean, 50 is relatively cheap. I mean, you can spend $50 on this, or you can spend $150 on a new Rode Wireless Mini. So that's why listen to the video, and we'll go from there. Okay, the next camera is the GoPro Hero 10 Black inside of the media mod. Now, when it comes to the GoPros, guys, because GoPro hasn't improved the amplifiers inside of the media mods, it doesn't matter which GoPro you're using, they're all going to sound about the same as far as audio levels and stuff like that. So this is the Ulanzi A30 set to the lowest volume, which is, you know, low level, and noise cancellation is off. We're gonna have volume is level 2. And by the way, the GoPro Hero 10 Black is set, the internal microphone settings is set to powered mic plus, because this is a powered mic. So you want to use powered mic when it comes to your audio settings. And this is how it sounds on medium volume. And we're gonna go up to, this is high volume. Remember, there's only low, medium, high for the Ulanzi A30 as far as the audio settings go, and noise cancellation is off. We're going to turn noise cancellation on to the lowest level. All right, so this is the lowest level of noise cancellation. Volume is still at high. Level 2, which is medium on the noise cancellation. And we got the noise cancellation maxed out on the highest level with the volume on the highest level. This is how it sounds. Next camera. So this next camera is a camera that I use when I'm motor vlogging, scooter vlogging. It just depends. If I want a 360-degree world type of record. Hey, you're welcome for saving your ears. That was basically the internal mics with the mode on stereo with this camera. So I stopped it early so you guys don't get an ear sore from just listening to all that noise in the background. All right, so you're listening to me with the Ulanzi A30 right now. The setting is, the volume is at low. Now the volume's on medium. So here's what that sounds like. And now it's on high. And the noise cancellation, which is what you guys want to use for a scenario like this because it's noisier, is off. Now we're going to turn that on. The volume is still high. Noise cancellation is on the lowest level. This is how it sounds. Now it is on the medium level. This is how it sounds. And you guys may find that the low level noise cancellation will probably work for most scenarios, unless you're somewhere really loud. Like let's say you're at work and the work is in a factory and there's a lot of banging and stuff like that going on in the background. Maybe you want to use a higher level like medium. But then I'm feeling like maybe if you go too high might actually create some digital noise in your audio. So you want to be careful with that. And then this is the highest level of noise cancellation. It may be a little bit quieter. Now, something that I've noticed, I'll put it back to low. Okay, this next camera, the microphone is set to directional focus. So since I'm in front of the camera, it'll direct the attention towards me as far as the audio goes. The front microphone is probably going to pick up a little bit more, turn the gain up on itself. Hopefully you guys don't hear the jitters in the mounting. And if you do, I'll make this real short. The S360 Ace Pro, this is how it sounds without the Ulanzi being plugged into it. Now let's plug the Ulanzi into it so you guys can hear me a little better. Alright, so we have the Ulanzi A30 plugged in. The volume level is at the lowest. The internal mic gain settings is at +3 decibels. And we do have the microphone adapter that you need to have for this camera, for this model, the Ace and the Ace Pro cameras. You need to buy the Insta360's microphone adapter that has the USB-C and 3.5mm plug-in. The USB-C ports on the side of this camera, you cannot plug. It won't work. I mean, you can plug whatever you want to plug into it, but it will not work. The Ulanzi A30, if you plug it into the camera directly with the USB-C port, it will not give you audio. The Insta360 did not put that feature in this camera when they made the Ace and the Ace Pro camera. So we're using the 3.5mm to USB-C port plug for the Ulanzi A30 to make this all happen, which means you guys are going to have to buy Insta360's cage. You're going to have to buy some sort of a cage, period, whether you get it from Insta360's website. When this camera came out, they had some other mounting system solutions for for a cold shoe mount, but you will have to explore those options unless you want the Ulanzi just dangling like I have it right now just for this audio test. I do have a video coming out showing you guys some of the attachments that I purchased for the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. That'll also work for the Ace and the Ace Pro cameras. But for now, this is how it sounds. Volume level is at the lowest and noise cancellation is off on the Ulanzi. Volume is set to the medium level with the Ulanzi. Noise cancellation is still off. And now this is the highest volume level on the Ulanzi A30 with the Insta360 Ace Pro. And we're going to turn noise cancellation on, which might be good for you guys. right, so noise cancellation is at the lowest level. We're going to go up to level 2, which is medium. This is the medium volume level on the noise cancellation. Probably sounds a lot better since the noise in the area is consistent. And then this is the highest level of noise cancellation with the Ulanzi A30. And this is how it sounds. Like I said, in a noisy environment like this, where the ambient noise is consistent, this is a lot, I would say this is a more controllable or a lot easier for the A30 to manage when it comes to noise cancellation, because the noise in here is a lot consistent. There isn't like crazy frequencies going off all at the same time. So it's a lot easier to manage. I'm assuming, I don't know what this audio sounds like. I didn't do any tests before I did this, so y'all are gonna hear it just like I'm gonna hear it. I'm just gonna put it out so you guys can hear what I've heard without any modifications. Let's go to the next camera. All right, so this next camera has moved up significantly. My favorite action camera. Once again, the audio was just terrible in this scenario. The mount that I was using for this camera in this scenario was like, it was too loose. So all the jitters from the mount was getting in the audio. And that's something you guys have to always be aware of when using these action cameras with certain mounts. If the mount is movable or it's a little loose, you're gonna always get that audio in your camera. So always make sure that your camera is mounted tightly and securely before actually recording if you're gonna use internal microphones. Otherwise, the internal microphone on this Ace Pro 2, when you put it on voice enhancement, is amazing. We don't need the USB-C to 3.5mm plug to plug it into this camera. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys didn't see part 1, we don't need to plug this in. You can plug the receiver directly into this camera. Insta360 with the Ace Pro 2, they gave us direct connection. So we don't have to mess around with wires anymore. You take the Ulanzi A30, you snap it into the side of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and you got audio immediately. Now, the volume obviously is on low settings, just like I normally do. We're gonna turn it up to medium. All right, that's medium volume. That's gonna be high volume, and then we're gonna turn the noise cancellation on to the lowest level. All right, noise cancellation is on low. That's going to be medium, and that's going to be high. This is what high noise cancellation sound like. I'm going to turn it back to low just in case it's a little too much noise cancellation for what's going on. Now this camera is my favorite as of right now. Okay, as you guys can hear, the audio with the internal microphones when on a loose mount is horrible. It's just horrific, so I don't want to do that to your ears. I'm going to go on ahead and plug in the Ulanzi A30 so you guys can hear what it sounds like with the Ulanzi. All right, so the Action 5 Pro, the volume is set to the lowest level, noise cancellation is off, the gain on the internal settings on the camera is set to 0. I always do 0 on DJI's products because they just seem to have really good internal microphone settings. Like their gain settings are really good in camera, especially when you plug in external microphones to it. So it's at 0 decibels. Volume's low on the A30. We're gonna go to medium volume level. That is your medium volume level, which is probably a little too high. It's in the red right now. So. Oh shit. Okay, Garmin, save video. He shit on my windshield. That was a bird, by the way. Very rarely does that happen. We're gonna put the volume back down to low because I can see it's already too high on the screen. But we'll talk about that. Noise cancellation. We're going for the lowest level here. Okay, so that's the lowest level noise cancellation. That's the second level. How does that sound? That's the highest level, which might be a little too high, but maybe or maybe not because the ambient noise in here is consistent, so it might not be too bad. But we'll go back to low. All right, so the noise cancellation is on low and the volume's on low right now. This is how it sounds with the Action 5. Now, something I forgot to mention. All of the cameras actually The only camera that it didn't show me a volume bar on was the ZV-1. The GoPro inside of the media mod, you have to have the GoPro inside of the media mod in order to see a volume bar on the screen of the camera, so you know how loud your audio is. It just gives you an idea. It's all color coded. It gives you an idea on how loud your audio is. The GoPro, and that's going to be all GoPros, as long as they can go inside of a media mod, they're going to show you a volume bar. The Insta360 cameras, both the Ace and the Ace Pro cameras, they showed me a volume bar on the screen saying, hey, look, this is what your audio levels are. It goes from green to yellow to red. That's just typical color coding when it comes to the GoPros and the Insta360 cameras. I'll let this truck go first. Okay, so those are all color coded. DJI's microphones, DJI's cameras, this is where it gets a little different. I do not have the Action 2 and I do not have the original Osmo Action. So let's start with that one. But the Action 3 and the Action 4. The Action 3 gives you like this little microphone icon. So you can still see your volume levels, but it's not color coded. It just shows you a little microphone, and then it fills in with whiteness on your audio level so you can see how high it is. So it still works. It's a little harder to see, but it's there. And like I told you guys, the way it sounds on the Action 5 Pro, it's going to sound on the Action 4 and the Action 3 cameras. So if you guys are like, oh, well, I have an Action 4, will it work with the Action 4? Yes, it will, and it'll sound very, very similar to what you're hearing right now. DJI, since the Action 3, from my experience, have always been really, really good with external audio connectivity. I mean, you can plug things in with USB-C. You can get their microphone adapter, which they do have, and you can plug that into the side of your Action 3, 4, or 5 cameras and use a 3.5mm microphone. I mean, the DJI wireless, connectivity with the Action 4 and Action 5. The Action 3 does not connect to the DJI Mic 2 system, for example, wirelessly. You can still use the DJI Mic 2 system with the Action 3, 4, and 5 cameras. But with the Action 3, you have to plug the receiver of the DJI Mic 2 directly. So you cannot just buy the mic only and use it with the Action 3. You have to get a receiver microphone combo, and then you can use the DJI Mic 2 system and the DJI Mic system, which is the original for the first one. They can be used with the Action 3. You just have to they always have to be a connection with the Action 3 and cannot do anything wirelessly. Same thing with telemetry data. You cannot get telemetry data with the Action 3. I'm assuming the Action 2 and the original Action is the same thing. There are ways to get telemetry data in your videos, but then you're gonna have to download extra software. You're gonna have to buy a GPS module. It's gonna be a bunch of extra things that have to happen with that. So anyways, I think that's it for the audio test. That's all the cameras, all right? The Insta360 X3 and X4 cameras, all the same. Okay, you have to get a mic adapter for them. They'll sound the same. You can change the internal gain settings for external microphones when you plug them in and get different audio levels. So my opinion, I think this microphone kit, depending on your scenario, in this truck, if you guys want to use action cameras for moto vlogging and you want to do work vlogs, whatever, in your truck, me personally, I wouldn't use a DSLR camera. Some people use them. I personally, I think if you have a good story and if your content is interesting, people are gonna watch it. It don't matter having this big old camera with this lens. These action cameras, you can zoom in and post, record in 2.7K and then zoom in slightly. Always have your camera mounts far enough from you so that when you do have to zoom in post editing, you don't have to zoom in super hard and then pixelate yourself, have yourself look like a Minecraft character. So I'll probably never use a DSLR camera for moto vlogging or even work vlogging. I feel like it's just not that serious. But shout outs to people who do. For my style, I feel like your creativity is what's going to get people to watch your videos, not the quality of the equipment you use for your videos, if that makes sense. So without further ado, guys, Jan the Segway, thanks for watching. Do I dare? Should I make a part 3? If I get 10 comments on this video from 10 different people requesting different types of scenarios that you guys may want to hear, because part 1 and part 2 may be enough for you guys. You may be like, yeah, that's good. I think I got what I needed out of the videos. That's all I need. Then you won't comment, or maybe you will comment and say, hey, I got what I needed. Thanks, appreciate the settings and scenarios you put this microphone through. I'm sold. I'm ready to spend $50 on 2 microphones and a receiver. That's going to work with any camera. Again, this will work with any camera, any cell phone, any tablet. If you are editing videos, you need a microphone kit to do voiceovers. This does all of that also. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, then here you go. Remember, 16-bit audio, right? That's what it is. That's been the standard on most action cameras. Most action cameras report 16-bit audio. So anyways, Jay on the Segway, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video, maybe. And thanks for watching, man. Appreciate your support. Peace.